Thank you for joining today's webinar, How to Find a 3PL. I'm your moderator, Rusty Gillespie. We hope you'll find today's brief presentation insightful. Please submit your questions through the questions pane on the right side of your screen, and we'll be happy to answer them at the end of today's presentation. We'll be sending everyone access to this recorded webinar after the event. And now, we're proud to introduce our presenter, Alyssa Gutierrez, Director of Business Development for Wavelength Logistics, a Datex company. Alyssa has nearly 25 years' experience in relationship building, specializing in creating strategies to help companies maximize profits and increase customer visibility. Alyssa?
Welcome to Wavelength Logistics webinar, Finding a 3PL, What to Look For. I'm Alyssa Gutierrez, the Director of Strategic Business Development for Wavelength Logistics, a Datex company. In 2008, the third-party logistics industry did more than $100 billion in business in the United States market alone. There are 5 clear benefits to outsourcing to a 3PL. These include saving money, flexibility, the ability to consolidate, industry expertise, and solutions-driven services. Saving money is key. By eliminating upfront capital expenditures to acquire warehousing space and infrastructure, companies can save millions of dollars on building, racking, staff, trucks and lifts, WMS and TMS, conveyors, and RF equipment. A company can be more flexible with the setup and scale of their distribution model as business demands shift. And by decentralizing distribution, companies can offset transportation cost increases due to rising fuel prices or other economic factors. Outsourcing also provides more flexibility with on-hand inventory levels. By not having to justify the cost of filling an entire building, companies are able to maintain more appropriate levels of stock and replenish on an as-needed basis. Storing inventory under the roof of a 3PL allows for multiple shipments to be shipped in a more economical manner than might be possible otherwise. And 3PL providers often have deep discounts with multiple transportation providers to further help reduce costs. Proven processes and industry knowledge are key strategic benefits to utilizing a third-party logistics provider. 3PL providers pass on value-adding benefits that help reduce costs, increase efficiency, and allow companies to focus on their core business. Large distributors often provide barriers to small or less sophisticated companies due to data and information transmission requirements. Leveraging a 3PL that has strong technological solution capabilities can level the playing field for a company without investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in systems and IT infrastructure. Examples of these services include WMS, Warehouse Management Systems, TMS, Transportation Management Systems, RFID, Radio Frequency Identification, and EDI, Electronic Data Interchange. The Walmarts of the world no longer have to be off limits for companies of any size. A 3PL provider should be able to provide companies a roadmap as to how they can most effectively build and maintain their supply chain through flexible solutions that fit each company's strategy, technology to provide all levels of information management, process development to drive efficiency and cost reduction, and the ability to maximize a company's transportation dollar. So once a decision has been made to outsource logistics, how do you find the right 3PL for your company? The first step a company should take is performing an internal needs assessment. How deep of a relationship are you looking for with a 3PL? The first type of relationship is transactional. These are just routine operations like transportation, warehousing, etc. In the dating world, this would be similar to meeting someone for a cup of coffee. It's not a deep relationship, and there's not a lot of vetting involved in finding a guy with a truck. The second type of relationship is strategic. Now, this includes higher value activities that require further integration, like technology, bill payment, cross-docking, etc. The third type of relationship is integration. This is a deep, high-level relationship which includes customer service, fleet management, inventory management, order fulfillment, possibly EDI, etc. In our dating analogy, this is similar to getting married. Then you choose the best 3PL model for your company. These models include an asset-based 3PL. They own their own trucks and warehouses, but they usually don't have a footprint across the entire country, or certainly not North America. The second is a non-asset-based company. They broker their assets from other logistic companies. The third type is asset-light. They own their own assets, but they also partner with other companies. Another important factor in finding the right 3PL is their financial stability. Look at their D&B Paydex metric. How quickly do they pay their creditors? And their longevity. How long have they been in business? Have they done appropriate expansion? Or are they running into financial issues because they've grown too quickly? And is the CFO available for questions? The 3PL you choose should also specialize in your company's area of business. Some important points to consider are, does this 3PL specialize in your company's services? You do sea freight, the 3PL is over-the-road transportation. Do they have customers similar to yours? Do they do business in a way that fits your needs? A strategic shipper needs a strategic 3PL. Are they able to provide customized solutions? You also need to do a technology assessment of any prospective 3PL you are considering. One of the best reasons to hire a 3PL is to take advantage of their technology and support while avoiding the investment cost. These main technologies that we discussed earlier are TMS, WMS, RFID, and EDI. And any prospective 3PL you're considering should exemplify operational excellence. Examples of these include lean processes. These should be in place to limit mistakes and drive out inefficiencies. Carrier network and service area footprint, most effective in the geographic area of their home office. Metrics and key performance index, KPI. Risk adverse is best. And do they service all of North America? The nature of logistics and transportation these days is that we're in a global economy. You may not be growing to the level that you need a footprint across North America right now, but someday you will be. You should also examine the people and the organization itself. Senior management, how long have they been there? Do they have dedicated resources and people, multiple levels of contact and cross-training? Is it a solid organization? Are the people connected to the organization? And do they have an experienced team in place? Who is going to be managing your account? As well, what is the corporate culture? The following traits are very important. Do they have integrity? Are they proactive? Are they responsive and flexible? Is it a win-win relationship? Do they have clear communication? Is there transparency? And very important, do they take ownership of problems? Do they take responsibility when a mistake occurs? And do they have a whatever it takes attitude? Do your homework and investigate the company. Investigating a 3PL online is fast and easy. Do a website search. Look on Google. Check out their LinkedIn information. And look at their Dun & Bradstreet information. Also, if it's possible, talk to existing customers and industry professionals. And lastly, any contracts you sign with a 3PL should be above board and easy to understand. Contracts should be simple and contain the right level of details. They should not have excessive penalties, fees, and/or legal jargon. Service level agreements should be in place. And collaboration and communication during the early stages is key.
All right, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, we do have a few questions. Okay, so to start with, what is wavelength logistics?
Wavelength Logistics is a total end-to-end supply chain solution provider. We offer companies a consolidated platform of data to eliminate admin pain points like calling multiple sites for data. Our goal is to streamline your data flow from one site, eliminating multi-contacts. We've partnered with warehouses across North America to offer you additional space if you have that need.
All right. Okay, the next one is I need to lower my transportation costs. How can Wavelength Logistics help me achieve that?
Sure. Through our network of partner providers throughout North America, we can help maximize the efficiencies in your supply chain. Using our extensive network of providers, you won't have to manage or broker transportation. We'll handle all of that.
Alrighty. Okay. Can you interface into my existing ERP such as SAP?
Yes, we can. Our flexible Microsoft-based platform has open APIs that can communicate with programs ranging from QuickBooks to SAP and everything in between.
All right. What about EDI? Do you handle EDI?
We sure do. We have extensive experience in EDI and provide our own EDI software to eliminate the middleman, or you can use your current EDI provider.
Okay. All right. So this one is a little more general. So why should I pick Wavelength over the 3PL I'm currently using?
Wavelength Logistics' strategic partnership with independent third-party logistics providers, coupled with our unparalleled cutting-edge technology, will really streamline your supply chain and enable your business to have complete real-time visibility, inventory traceability, and accountability no matter the location. It's pretty much one-stop shop. You'll have one dashboard, one view, one button to push to see, where all of your inventory is. So if you're looking to consolidate and simplify things, this is really a great solution.
Awesome. Okay. So how many 3PLs are you currently partnered with?
Currently, we have a network of approximately 50, and this list is growing.
All right. How much space can you provide?
We can provide as much space as you need. That's what's so great about partnering with independent 3PL warehouses. We can find the space you need across North America. You just have to tell us how much you need, what your specific need requirements are, and we'll find the space for you.
Awesome. Okay, what about rates? What are your rates?
Our rates are dependent on the geographic location of the storage needs. For example, warehouse space in Seattle is limited, so the rates might be higher, whereas space in, say, Butte, Montana is quite plentiful, so the rates there might be less. We'll create a comprehensive quote based on your geographic needs. And we have an assessment questionnaire online at www.wavelengthlogistics.com that you can fill out, and that will help us assess the pricing and what your needs are.
All right, cool. All right, so this one is who would I send my orders to? So when you're partnered with Wavelength, who would the orders go
Sure.
to?
This is part of our one-stop shop process where you would send all of your orders directly to us at Wavelength Logistics, and we'll handle the rest. All of the details will be determined during the requirements gathering stage. And once the storage rates are finalized, we'll have our operations team arrange a call with your operations team, and we'll hammer out all of the details quick and simple.
All right. Do I need to move to your facility or can I use my existing 3PL facilities?
That's the great thing about Wavelength Logistics. You can use your existing facilities or transfer your materials over to ours. We'll call your facilities, tell them what we're doing, what we need to accomplish, and start a partnership with them involving our software and/or a data interface, and then we'll determine the best way to exchange data. So it's really whichever way works best for you and your company and your needs.
All right. Are your warehouses close to highways and ports and railways and that sort of thing?
In some cities, yes. It just depends on the geographical location of your storage needs. Obviously, a facility in Butte, Montana is not going to be near a port. So it really depends on the geographic area.
Okay, and can you store bonded or custom holds inventory?
Some of our facilities are bonded warehouses. It depends on the geographic areas of your needed space. We'll need to know if you have a high volume of needs for this particular hold inventory, and then we'll find the appropriate facility for you.
All right, so that's where we're going to stop for the questions now. We'll handle any other questions, unanswered questions offline. I'll let Alyssa go over how that will be done.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions, you can always email me directly at agutierrez@datexcorp.com. And I'd be happy to answer your questions as quickly as they come in.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you very much, Alyssa.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And that will conclude our webinar for today. So thank you all very much for joining us.